We're here, guys. What's going on? Welcome to Own the Chaos. My name is Brad. That is Fat Man Zoom. The stock market is crazy and chaotic. We made it our mission to help you guys own it. Thanks so much for being patient with us on a little bit of the delay, getting some things worked out, but we are here. And just wanted to check in with you, Fat Man Zoom. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Starting five today is Robert Blackwell, Sam Cisneros, Mysterious Gal, also Mysterious Gal. Welcome to level one.
There we
Joining
go.
the crew about damn time. And Rudy Brown. Did I say Eric Brands? I didn't say Eric Brands. Eric Brands as well. Those are our starting five. Welcome. Guys, we're going to jump right into it. Bit of a choppy day. Today is Freddie Valois Day. And so I know you wanted to, I already see some things in the comments. So let me just get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Obviously, the situation in Kabul is a very sad situation. Our thoughts go out to the people who've lost their lives, the servicemen that have lost their lives. Let me be clear. We just don't think it's responsible for us to talk about that as it pertains to the market. So Brad and I have discussed it, and we've just decided that we're going to stay away from that. It just doesn't feel right to talk about how civil unrest and war and dying, how that should create an opportunity. So it's not that we don't, it's not, we wanted to acknowledge the situation, but we felt it a bit insensitive. So we did want to send our thoughts out. And one of the other things, just to be transparent, and as I can see in the chat beforehand, the sad situation is that we're too divisive to even have responsible conversation. So if it goes in that direction, I'm just going to be clear. We're just going to kick people out right away.
Yeah.
Like if you can't be responsible, if you can't set aside your differences, if you can't have an adult conversation, if all you want to do is push your agenda, your ass is going to be gone. So with that being said, it's important for us to also use our platform as an opportunity for people to get a little bit of a reprieve. We're really big on our community. And, again, not to say anything about the situation that's going on, but in tough times, sometimes it's good to still have some sort of normalcy, have laughter, have jokes, whatever. So I'm really happy that it's a Thursday because we can have Freddie to come in here, have a little bit of laugh. Hopefully you guys aren't too sensitive today because it seems like as Freddie gets more comfortable, he starts pushing the envelope a little bit. So forewarning, but let's bring in Freddie Valois.
Hey, there he is. What's up, bro?
Oh, man. That setup was probably one of the worst setups to come up and try to be funny to. It's like...
I know. It was like your dad lecturing you.
People are dying. There's slave labor camps going on. There's people stranded, but we do need some jokes. So Freddie, please help us forget about these atrocities.
No pressure.
I don't have anything pertaining to that except that apparently I just found out a few minutes ago that ISIS did their thing, and it's like, dude, wait your turn. Right now it's the Taliban's turn. ISIS is coming in and just they're trying to be in the conversation. I don't really like that. Another thing would be a lot of people giving Joe Biden shit, and I was one of those people until I saw what he was doing. He was having a really good ice cream, and that's why it took him a little bit of time to get to the issue and figure something out here. Guys, this is a tough spot. We just got 20 years unraveled in mere seconds. I mean, anybody that's been in a toxic relationship knows what the fuck that's about, right? That's like, you're spending all this time, you're investing, and it just goes to the wind. So, I don't know. Thoughts and prayers to all the people out there. I do want to talk about Chicago deep dish pizza. Can we not call this pizza anymore? Can we stop with that, please? The city of Chicago quite possibly could be arguably one of the best cities in the country, and the fact that they claim deep dish pizza really drops them into like an average zone. I really think they need to, if I was Chicago's PR person, I'd be like, hey, listen, you're cool with the murders, but you need to let go of that deep dish pizza, okay? It's just not gonna, it's just not cutting it. It's just, who likes deep dish pizza? Help me, and I'm not just saying this because I'm, damn it. Am I off here?
No.
Have I not had good deep dish pizza? I think that's what's going on
Have
here.
you had deep dish pizza in Chicago?
Fuck. All right. You know what? I was wrong, guys. Keep enjoying your pizza. I think that we're good there. And
we got Mike Hudson. Mike Hudson's from Chicago. I forgot about that. So
hey, Mike Hudson. I apologize when I'm wrong. I'm not like these other comedians. I take accountability. I need to do more research, and I need to have some pizza. And then this is just a quick thought. I'm done with my rant, but like anybody with girlfriends, do you guys anybody go through this with girls when you're dating them? You can't seem to find anything in the house. Like I can't find shit, and my girl's always finding my shit, and she's like, "Oh, it's because it's just like, nah, bitch, you move things. I put them somewhere, and you move them because you don't like them there, and now you're making it seem like I can't find anything." So that's one issue I'm going through in my relationship. She was gone for a week, and I was able to find everything. I never lost one thing. So this is more of a therapy thing. But on to you guys. How's it going?
First of all, I can appreciate that, but need I remind you that you had mentioned that bringing home 70% of the income was a sweet spot for you. So I don't know if I'd be doing a whole lot of bitching about that.
That's so true. God damn, I'm getting worked here today.
But I will say deep dish, I put in a separate category. So there's like categories of pizza. I still love New York style better. But deep dish is a great switch up. Chicago is one of the best cities. I love Chicago, and deep dish from Chicago. As long as you don't go in trying to compare it to New York style, I actually really do like it, bro.
Yeah, and I really do think I'm way off on that because I also have one of my main theories is that it's hard to have a bad pizza. Think about it. You could get something from the supermarket. And if you do what you said, Christian, classify it in the league that it's in, your pizza days, you'll just enjoy them more. A lot of people from New York compare to New York, and most of their pizzas suck if they're not from New York. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and speaking of pizza, to continue on a topic from last week, OnlyFans actually made a surprising U-turn, and they are now not going to ban porn.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's a surprise, but it was a quick U-turn that they made. A lot of user backlash. So I had to bring it back to the table, and I had to ask Freddie regarding OnlyFans, because I know you're a big fan. Did OnlyFans make the right move to reinstate the porn?
100%. And there's a part of me that feels like they did this on purpose. That way we just talked about them for a whole week. They were taking away our favorite toy. I don't even have an OnlyFans, but they were taking away our favorite toy and then dangling over our heads, and now they're giving it back to us. I think this is also a push because now they're trying to market more non-sexual things like cooking classes and things like that. I think this might be a way to remind people that they're trying to expand outside of just the sex stuff. And this reminds me of the hot girl that realizes that hotness has a shelf life on it. And, you start realizing, like, what am I going to do? I got to pick up some skills. I can't just be hot. So now OnlyFans is like, hey, look, you can learn how to cook. You can learn how to knit. You can also still see pussy, but you can also do these other things too. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're growing in OnlyFans evolution. What I'm a little disappointed in is some of the people that were happy about this. Why people think they were happy that people were losing their income because they had the balls to show their body. You got to respect these people. I look at OnlyFans people like panhandlers. It's not a job that I would do, but it's definitely a fucking job. You can make some money. You just got to access a different part of your brain that I'm not willing to do. But shout out to OnlyFans.
Well, here's the thing. OnlyFans is probably the greatest invention of our generation, certainly the most underrated. Incredible business model. For a while there, I actually thought it was owned by Facebook. I don't know why. I guess just because it was promoted a lot on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
But Brad, in light of all these mergers and acquisitions that have happened and that we see coming down the pipeline, I'm sorry, if you forget about your feeling towards it, if you just look at it as a business and the revenue opportunity, it is a takeover target. And I think by social media companies, you'd be smart to do it. So which social media company should buy OnlyFans in your opinion?
This is such a good question. First of all, I think before I get to the answer, I think that OnlyFans could be a standalone. Like they could IPO, and I think they would probably crush it.
Yeah.
But as far as an M&A is concerned,
what are like the KPIs and the metrics that are important? You know, like Facebook's like daily active users. Like what it'd be interesting to see what metrics they would have if they IPO'd. Like
it would
daily
probably
active
it would
titties.
Yeah.
Number of vaginas shown, like, and as long as they're showing growth on vagina visibility, then they're successful.
Yeah. Maybe. So
deposits into the spank bank. Too much.
Well, I think, I mean, there's so many. I mean, Freddie, you should.
Which company?
You should have been here about the Dick's conversation yesterday. It was
oh my God, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Unraveled.
Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods crushed earnings yesterday, Freddie, and
people were buying dicks with both hands.
So I was asking him, Brad was keeping up dicks. Brad couldn't get enough dicks yesterday. It was so inappropriate.
Anyways, with in regards to who I think would consider doing it, I think of all the platforms, it would be Twitter.
Oh yeah,
ooh, I like that.
My initial reaction was Snapchat, because like that that seems like that would fit.
They started off like that.
Yeah, but Twitter, like first of all, the filter as far as like what they allow and what they don't allow is crazy. But what they do allow is all of the sex.
Yeah,
any of it.
I love that.
There'll be all kinds of dicks in your feed. Doesn't matter. And so I think that Twitter would probably be the one that would consider scooping them up.
That and you know, like there's no such thing as bad PR, right?
Yeah,
like. That would get them on the top of the headlines on every news outlet.
Yes.
What a move that would be. And they need something like this.
They do.
So Twitter, forget about Clubhouse, forget about Snapchat features and stories. Buy OnlyFans. Like seriously, like that's the move.
Just do it. Just do it.
I didn't even consider that.
Have the balls. Have the balls to do it.
All right, moving on. Big fans of Tesla. Number one fan of Tesla here. But the one company that we don't talk about enough is Waymo, which is owned by Google, and they're a ride-hailing service, robo-taxi, similar thing. They recently expanded outside of Arizona, and they're probably the closest to an AI automated robo-taxi ride-hailing service. They're closest to anybody to come to market. So they've been testing in Arizona. They just announced that they're actually expanding out to San Francisco. So they're moving along, and they are now in the phase of getting more people to test them out. So in San Francisco, they're going to have what are called trusted testers. They get free rides, but it's testing out this ride-hailing service. So, I mean, they're close. They're close, and I think it's a two-horse race between them and Tesla's robo-taxi service. But my question regarding that, because there's like some safety concerns with Tesla, and I know some people have some like issues and worries surrounding that. But Freddie, should trusted testers, should they be concerned about their safety? If Waymo, if Google asked you like, hey, we want you to try this out, would you be concerned for your safety?
No. I think people who should try that out should be people that are on the edge anyway. They don't really know if they want to be around or not. That would be an easy pull, but I'm not one of those people. I used to be, and I'm not now. I would still do it just because I believe in competition. You know, I think it'd be good for Tesla to have another, competitor out there. But my question is, like, Tesla's cemented in so much where, like, having a Tesla will increase your chances of getting laid, right? And at the end of the day, sex sells. What is Waymo doing to get to that point? Because a Waymo ain't getting you Waymo pussy right now. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a Tesla. So that's at the end of the day, it's so true, man. Sex really does sells. And going back to the OnlyFans thing, so I'm with Waymo. What can we do to help Waymo?
I mean, and you talk about the least sexiest name you could come up with, and that's Waymo.
Yeah.
We need a rebrand to start. Do you have any ideas or any suggestions if they are listening on what they should rebrand their name to?
Oh no, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, they could stick with the name if they want to use that Waymo pussy advertisement for free. They can do that because I believe in the markets like that. You know.
I mean, that is
the free market.
That's one of those brilliant things I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's definitely a great marketing campaign. Maybe Google should buy OnlyFans. And here's the
Oh,
thing. Google, oh no, that's Microsoft. I was going to say Google has YouTube, so you can say that could integrate. I was
Yeah.
going to say LinkedIn, but that's Microsoft.
Yeah.
oh, a funny thing in the OnlyFans thing that I also read that I thought was hilarious was that apparently MasterCard was the one that was putting the pressure to make this decision. But when they talked to someone at MasterCard, they were like, no, that was not us. Like, they did not want to be associated with it.
That's awesome.
Somebody backpedaling.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Google's the one. I think Google does it. Integrated with YouTube, it's an easy move.
Yeah.
I love it. Good call, Freddie. But Brad, on a more serious note, who wins the robo-taxi race?
It's Tesla. I mean, hands down. Obviously, look, Google's very powerful, and this whole thing with them, they've been doing this robo-taxi thing for a long time. Google has, and so I don't know if anybody has seen them around. I've seen a couple of them in some areas that I've traveled to, Florida and all that good stuff. But I think that Tesla still has the upper hand and all of their technology, and it's not even close. So could Waymo be something that's secondary? Perhaps, but it's going to be Tesla all the way.
Yeah, Waymo may launch first, but as far as the clear winner, Tesla's just in a better position to actually win. And they are building a community that's going to be really hard to penetrate.
Yeah.
Pause. Okay. Grow up, everybody. Grow up. Guys, those are the headlines. And those are good conversations. I enjoyed it. If you guys liked it, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, notification. Every Thursday, Freddie is here. He's not going anywhere, but just wanted to give you a heads up. Freddie's here every week to lighten the load. Pause. Oh, man.
Hey, you hear this? You hear the thing? This isn't my joke. I saw this on the internet. But if you say something questionable at work that could be sexual harassment, you instead of no homo, like you say in the hood, you say no Cuomo. No Mario Cuomo. So you guys can take that one with you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Oh, man. All right. As the market's about to close, we're moving on to the next phase, which is Peloton has earnings after hours. That's the highlight. That's the headline one. We do have a couple more earnings. I feel like didn't Dell and like IBM. Okay, so who do we have? We have Peloton, we have Marvell, we have Gap, Dell, Domo. No Domo. I don't know. I don't know what company that is. That is literally a company that is earning after hours. What is Domo? Does anybody know what Domo is?
I don't know.
I'm going to look that up. Do we care about Workday? I don't even know if I know what Workday does.
Workday is
it cloud service?
Business solutions. It's cloud service, but they also actually use Workday when I work for T-Row. So like you want to enter in they do all kinds of stuff. Business solutions, kind of like a CRM a little bit, but
so I know what Domo is. Domo is a cloud software company based in American Fork, Utah. It specializes in business intelligence tools and data visualization. FYI.
Okay. All right.
So but Peloton's really the one.
Peloton's a big one. And as I mentioned yesterday, I'm in Affirm. I ended up trimming some of that, but I haven't trimmed anything else. Today, obviously, the market's down, so I got wrecked, and I wasn't really planning on doing anything anyway. But Affirm is definitely something that I have on watch too, especially and if any of you guys are holding Affirm and you don't know this already, Affirm, their biggest client is Peloton. So if Peloton comes in and says, "Hey, our revenue's down, demand's down, whatever," like this, that, and the other, I think that it certainly could affect Affirm as well. Consequently, if they end up coming in and smashing earnings and say, "Hey, it's all systems go, we're going to raise guidance," expect obviously Peloton to move up, but Affirm could do that as well. So
if you're in it, if it does have a bad earnings and you see Affirm going down, will you pull out?
Pause. It depends on how far this comes down. Affirm closed at 69.98. And
bada bing, bada boom.
And so I'm just looking at it right now, and I don't know. I think that if it breaks below certain key levels, then I may consider pulling the rest of the way out. We'll see. Okay. But I was up 20% on this and took profits, and so I may end up, pulling the rest of it out If it comes below, I would say 65 is a pretty key resistance weight.
What do you think, Freddie? I mean, I know you're not in Affirm, but do you think Brad should pull out?
I'm a big fan of pulling out. Either way, I think it's just the universal truth.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Explain. What is that? What does that mean? Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot, bro.
I would say usually pulling out's good. I got a lot of friends that did not pull out, and a lot of them aren't doing too hot. There's a few that are doing good, but a lot of my friends that pull out of things usually do well.
Okay. High upside. Okay.
High upside.
I appreciate that. See, not only are you learning about stocks, but you're learning about life.
Yeah.
Life wisdom from Vedi Valoy.
And deep dish pizza.
Socrates or something said that.
Oh, pull and pray.
Did you mention HP and Dell too today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Dell, not HP, but yes, HP as well. Don Francho in the house. What's up, man? We got some you know what my favorite part of this is just looking at people's handles.
Yes.
We got Overwatch Grandpa, Jubai.
Overwatch Grandpa. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff.
All right. We got 121 of you guys hanging in here and 43 likes, which is weak sauce. I mean, we usually get 100 people in here and we get at least 80. So hit the thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying the stream so far. And we're going to be going over some of these earnings. It looks like Affirm is already down 3.75% after hours. So that doesn't necessarily make me. No, I'm sorry. It was 3.75% on the day. It was down. Just kidding. Let me take that back. Let me pull up Peloton and see where we're at there. And it is down 11% after hours.
Oh, dog.
Let's pull up the 5-minute chart, and it is still pulling back here. We kind of expected this. If you guys were in yesterday's stream, we talked about how we were a little bit nervous about Peloton going into this quarter, but it could present itself as a good opportunity because feel free to interject on this, Freddie, but I have a theory that, as we head into the winter months, obviously you have the holiday season, but the resolutioners, I think, is what's really going to pull Peloton forward in 2022.
Yeah. Did you say you expect good things from Peloton?
Going into the holiday season, and then obviously when everybody makes their New Year's resolution about losing weight.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you can like lease the bike out or something like that, or finance it. It's a wrap, dude. Americans love credit, love things they can't afford. My mother still rents an apartment in the hood of Yonkers, New York, and she has a Peloton. So, yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it literally is.
So what is it at?
Right now, it closed the day at 114 and is sitting at $101.
Oh, it breaks below 100. That could get ugly.
It did briefly break below 100 at 97.25 and is trying to claw its way back. But yeah, it's a pretty,
all right, let's see what number.
Pretty crazy looking red candle here on the 5-minute. Nothing else out on any other companies that are reporting just yet. It does look like Marvell might have reported, not to be confused with Marvel Studios. The thing about Peloton too is like everybody talks about the bikes and the physical equipment, but it still goes over people's head as far as like the subscription side of it. And I think that's really where the money is going to be made in the long run. I mean, the churn rate that they have, like nobody leaves. It's like Hotel California.
Ooh. All right, I got the numbers. Estimates per share were a loss of 44 cents. Peloton came in at a loss of $1.05.
Damn.
Revenue, they did beat $925 million with the estimates. $937 is what it came in at, so slight beat. Now this one's interesting because it looks like they lowered guidance. It looks like they had guided next quarter 1.02 billion, and they're actually revising it to 800 million, which would be substantial.
That's a 20%.
But they did raise slightly the yearly guidance, the fiscal year guidance. So that's very interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to play out.
Doesn't look like it's playing out well. It's still selling off here. It's now down 13.5%. after hours.
They also announced that they're cutting the price of the original bike $400 across all markets, which hurts margins, lowers revenue, maybe could be an indication of signs of slowing demand. But yeah, not looking good.
Yeah. I'm looking at this and it's sitting at 97. Let's come back out to the daily chart and kind of see where we could potentially see Peloton landing at. So, on the daily, like I said, it closed at 114, now sitting at 98.98. And so that is all the way down here, which is actually a support that I have had marked for quite some time. So if it opens up the day here tomorrow, then I think that it may sit there for a while. But it very mixed report there. I mean, there's not really anything to be super panicky about, but I don't know if there's anything that obviously nothing to be excited about on those earnings, but that's pretty rough overall. So we'll continue to just watch the price action here. But if it doesn't hold this 98 area, then it may come down even further.
Yeah. And I mean, to your point, actually connected fitness subscribers look good. So their subs were estimated at 2.28 and they're actually 2.28 million, came in at 2.33 million, which is solid. And just for context, last quarter was the first quarter they had surpassed 2 million. They came in at 2.1 million, so 2.33. Little jump, then 1.7, 1.3. That's sort of backtracking in it. So if you look at the last 4 quarters of growth of subscribers, 1.3 million, 1.7 million, 2.1 million, and now this past quarter, 2.3 million. So that's growing.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's eventually, I would imagine that Peloton gets looked at as a subscription-based company rather than just like a exercise bike company. Yeah. If it's not being looked at like that already. And I think some of the metrics that people will eventually focus more on is the daily active users and all that good stuff. So it's still tumbling down here after hours, now down 14%. So pretty tough stuff there, but there are other companies that are reporting.
So HP's earnings are in. HP estimated earnings per share were 84 cents, came in at $1 beat. They did miss on revenue. 15.91 billion were the estimates, came in at 15.3 billion.
And right now that's trading down 2%. Looks like it spiked down to $28 after closing at $29.20. And doesn't look like it's trying to claw its way back at all. It actually looks like it might continue to come down here. So pretty tough day so far after hours on some of these earnings. Marvell also has earnings out. Do you have those numbers yet by chance?
Give me 1 second. So it looks like revenue, they met estimates. Earnings per share, they beat. So estimated earnings per share were 31 cents, came in at 34 cents. And they met 1.08 billion was revenue, and they met.
And it is continuing to fall here. It's now down 5%. Man, what a rough afternoon here. Marvell's still selling off. It's now down close to 7.5%. I can't even keep up with it at this point. It's selling off in a hurry here. Pretty tough stuff. Now, we had mentioned about Peloton, and its connection with Affirm. Affirm is down after hours, but not much. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this so far about the reaction, that it's not too extreme on Affirm side of things. And maybe this will continue to come down a little bit as people kind of digest this. But one thing I will say about Affirm, and we've talked about this, is that they are working to kind of diversify a little bit. They have partnerships with Apple that we talked about, partnerships with Shopify. So they're working themselves into other areas of the market to kind of reduce some of that exposure or overexposure to Peloton.
Yeah, and Shopify is actually a partnership that should end up taking their pole position.
Yeah.
So, right now, I think it was like, before Shopify, it was like 34% of revenue from Affirm came from Peloton. And so I expect Shopify to end up bringing in more revenue than Peloton over the long term. Yeah. It's a great, great partnership.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about Affirm being an M&A target, and, it could be Shopify, could be Apple, could be something out of left field, obviously, but it would make sense if it was something like a Shopify or Apple.
Yeah. Do we have any other ones we were looking at?
I had Dell pulled up. I mean, I don't know if anybody necessarily cares about Dell, but
What exactly is Freddie doing?
I don't know. Are you like chewing on your phone, bro?
Are you on OnlyFans, bro?
No, is that coming from me? I don't think that's for me.
It's definitely
No,
coming.
it's definitely coming from you.
How about now?
I don't even know how to explain what that sounds like.
That's weird.
What are you
How about
doing?
now? How about now?
It sounds good.
You're better now. What are you doing? You're doing something.
I promise I'm not doing anything. Look,
Are
the AC just turned on. Maybe the AC was blown into the mic.
Maybe.
I
We
think
can't
Peloton
see
should
below
buy
his chest.
OnlyFans.
What?
I think Peloton should buy OnlyFans.
Peloton?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that you talked about places buying OnlyFans. That'd be the best spot, right? We'd have
How's
a
that
bunch
work?
of people would be fit. They ain't getting off
Yeah.
their bikes.
Oh yeah. Like, what if you could only watch it? Like it's powered by the bike, so the screen doesn't turn on unless you're actually pedaling.
Dude, that's a good health plan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's like that's like the new presidential fitness test.
I mean,
Also, we'll teach you how to do two things at once.
that's what I was going to say. Multitasking helps with dexterity. Probably helps with the brain somehow and sort of the connections in the brain. I think there's a lot that happens there if you're powering the screen to get OnlyFans.
Yeah, because you're trying to use your brain and have a boner at the same time, which we know is impossible. But if you start working at it, you get it's.
It can be way more efficient, way more productive with your day.
Yeah, that's if men could think with boners, dude, we'd be dangerous. More dangerous than we already are.
For sure.
Men have been crushing.
They said that Freddie's definitely ordering a Peloton.
So,
ooh,
what's up?
A lot of people are coming up with good ideas on how to use the Peloton. What if you use your Peloton to recharge your Tesla? Like these are excuses to get fit.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that too.
Hell yeah. We got something. We got a lot of good things. Bro, I appreciate you being here because you're making the world a better place.
Not as much as OnlyFans, but I do my best. But here's the thing too. There's a push now for a lot of men to watch a lot less porn. So I don't know if that's how big that trend is going to get, but I don't know. I've been watching less porn and now I just masturbate to like my girlfriend's sister or like my next door neighbor. The porn sometimes there's a place, it's a time and a place, Now it's like, when you got an active imagination, you got to be careful.
And there's your public service announcement for the day, everybody.
If you like porn, hit that thumbs up.
That's right. If you guys are just tuning in, I don't know what to tell you, but we did cover some of the earnings this afternoon. Peloton came in and it was really a confusing and a weird earnings report. They missed on earnings, but beat on revenue, and some of the guidance was also mixed. A very interesting dynamic there as far as that's concerned. Marvell came in and met earnings. It looked like maybe there's something in the report that folks aren't liking, and that's selling off. So really rough afternoon for earnings overall, it looks like so far. But honestly, I don't think that this should take away from the fact that we've had an amazing week so far.
Yeah, we have.
And, you can't have green days every single day of the week. And sometimes these are just the days you run into. But I think that's all I got, my man.
Yeah, Freddie, I'm putting you on the spot again, but people only see you once a week, which I think is a good interval to have an impact. So I want you to just, if you have any sort of parting words for them, wisdom, advice, let you have at it.
Yeah, just a quick thing I'm pulling out. A proper pull-out game. That's the most scientific. It's the most science and art at the same time that you're ever going to get. So figure out how to pull out. I really just pull out.
Again,
know when to pull out, I guess is where I'm going with. Figure that out. How to get out of a bad relationship, a bad friendship, a political party, whatever it is. You got to do what you got to do for you.
There you go, guys. Freddie Beloy off the top rope. We will see you guys Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time for Stock Watch Sunday. talk about what's going on in the market, 5 stocks that Brad's watching. And we got a couple other interesting topics surrounding the Fed as well. So make sure you guys tune in. Don't forget on the way out the door, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell.
That's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Freddie, tell the people bye.
Bye.
See you guys.